Hello, I'm Deacon Joe Vargas, a deacon here for the Diocese of Brownsville, and I'd like to talk to you today about my calling to the permanent diaconate and how I came to become a deacon. Growing up in my parish, I always admired the work of our deacon, and one of the biggest admirations I had was him being a married person and still fulfilling his vocation as a husband, as a father, and to also serve the people of God in the church. And so looking up to him, I took my inspiration from praying and one day hoping to be able to serve God and his people. And after many years, I received a call through my pastor who invited me to the program and said, I think you would be a good candidate. And so listening to the word of God, listening to the voice of God primarily, and through much prayer in front of the Blessed Sacrament, I decided to say yes and go ahead and start this journey of formation. I invite you who perhaps are contemplating to join this journey to be courageous, to pray a lot, and to go before the Blessed Sacrament and talk to God about what his plan is for your life. The deacon is an extension of the church. You'll find deacons in our community. You'll find them in the hospital, you'll find them in the prisons, you'll find them at your common grocery stores and everywhere you go. And this is why the permanent diaconate is so important for the church, because the deacon extends beyond the four walls of the church and extends beyond to go out into the peripheries of our diocese and to express the charity and the love of Christ. And so in my calling primarily, I serve in my parish, proclaiming the Word of God, also serving at the altar, presiding over baptisms, marriages, funerals. But more importantly, I think the most important job that I have is to going out into the community and ministering. I do that by going to the hospitals. I currently work with one of the hospitals in the chaplaincy program. I also visit our juveniles who are currently at one of the prisons here in Edinburgh. This is the calling of the deacon. The permanent diaconate calls us to go out into the world and to share the love of Christ. So it's not only the proclamation, serving at the altar, but more importantly, is to giving true witness of Christ in the world. It's going out into the world and letting them know that Christ has died and rised again and is here to save me, save you, and all of us. And so the work of the deacon is very important for the salvation of souls. And so I encourage you to go before the Blessed Sacrament, to talk to God and listen to his voice as he is calling you to this beautiful journey. Not only you, the men who Christ is calling, who God is calling, but also your families, because this is a calling for the whole family. One where the wife will walk with the aspirant, and together they will pray about this. So it's a very important commitment, but it's also, the church needs more vocations. The church needs brave men who are willing to go out there and proclaim his goodness and to proclaim that Christ is love. And we are to go out there and be an extension of him in the world. And so our bishop has many times said, Bishop Daniel Flores has said, that the most important calling is to go out into the peripheries, to serve the poor, to serve those who the world has forgotten about. And so the deacon is a very important part of the church, which goes out and accompanies our brothers and sisters that are hurting, that are in great need, whether that be in an immigration camp, in a hospital, in a nursing home, or a prison, or simply visiting the sick at home. So the job of a permanent diaconate is very important to the church. I encourage you to pray, listen to his word, listen to him calling you, and always, always listen to God, as he will always guide us in the right direction. God bless you.